Hey traders, welcome back. I hope you had a green week. As always, every Sunday evening, we break down the upcoming weekly outlook, this time for May 12th through May 18th. We'll cover DXY, NQ, ES, and of course, Bitcoin, with something special at the end. My personal swing trade ideas on BTC. So stick around, let's jump right into it. Let's start with the monthly time frame of the dollar. Not much has changed here. We're still early in the month, but it's been a solid start for the markets. Crypto clearly followed DXY's early weakness. For the weekly time frame, price is currently testing a bearish fair value gap, and we're seeing some reaction. Even if there's a short pullback, I expect this level to break soon. Things are clearer on the daily time frame. Price formed a new FVG, and I expect a pullback into it, especially since we're inside a daily imbalance plus FVG. That zone was tested, and we've seen an immediate drop, confirming potential short-term weakness in DXY. Remember, if DXY drops, indices like ES and NQ typically rally. In the monthly time frame of S&P 500, we're still sitting inside a large bearish fair value gap from previous months. Last month rejected from that zone, and this month is green. But I'd still like to see a strong close before turning fully bullish from a macro point of view. In the weekly time frame, we saw a big move upward recently, but last week closed bearish, pulling price back inside the previous week's range. I wouldn't be surprised to see a retracement into the weekly FVG, but the macro bias remains bullish. Price bounced off a volume imbalance I marked with a green arrow in the daily time frame, confirming support. I still expect a move up toward our weekly objective. We'll now include 4-hour charts each week. This week, we spotted a clear SMT divergence between ES and NQ. ES was weaker, which we'll see more clearly in the NQ section. I'm watching for price to sweep the BSL at 5837. A short-term pullback into a discount FVG wouldn't surprise me either, depending on this week's news cycle. Nothing dramatic in the monthly NASDAQ timeframe, but both ES and NQ show a large bullish wick, suggesting strength. That said, wicks act like magnets, so don't rule out a test of the 0.5 fib level before continuation. Long-term bias remains bullish, and I still expect a new ATH soon. Structure remains bullish in the weekly time frame. We swept liquidity below the previous swing low, just like expected. However, last week didn't close strong. Price returned to the previous range. Watch for a possible retest of the bullish FVG before continuing higher. In the daily time frame, price bounced out of a volume imbalance, marked on chart. The move looks clean and decisive. I expect price to reach the weekly objective, where liquidity is waiting. This 4-hour time frame confirms the SMT divergence from earlier. NQ was clearly stronger than ES. Price respected a bullish FVG, giving a textbook swing setup. I'll primarily be looking for long setups on both ES and NQ this week. Coming to the Bitcoin analysis. As discussed last week, price followed up with a bullish move, partially news-driven, so I remain cautious. I hope for a deeper pullback, but overall, long-term bias remains bullish. In the weekly time frame, I don't expect BTC to rush to 110,000 just yet. Likely we'll see a healthy pullback into the weekly FVG. News will play a major role, but price will eventually grab remaining liquidity higher. Here's my medium-term swing plan as promised. If price pulls back into the first bullish FVG, I'll monitor for a long entry based on price action. If price runs without me, that's okay. I have a long-term spot portfolio anyway. If price does reach 110,000, I'll watch for weakness and consider a swing short, expecting a drop back into discount levels. The 4-hour time frame confirms the short-term pullback scenario before BTC resumes higher. If price reaches the 0.5 fib of the marked range, watch closely. A close below could send us into a mitigation of deeper discount FVGs. I've marked potential entry zones, but remember, do not copy my trades. These are personal plans and not financial advice. Thanks for watching, traders. I appreciate your time and support. This series drops every Sunday evening, so don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, trade safe and have a green week ahead. Traders salute.